That all clicks in here. Yeah. Runner, two pair. That'll do it. Mm. Okay, we started strong. Pretty much lost every hand since, unfortunately. Hopefully, this is up and working now. This is like a third attempt trying to get the stream going. So I guess just bear with me here. Oh, what did I just do? No, no, no. Um, well, I don't know what I just did there. Studio mode. No, no, no. Um, no. All right, fold here, fold here, fold here, fold here. Tip settings, multi-stream. Try that. No, I don't want any changes. I just want to go back. Oh, what's going on? Microphone is unmuted but has no signal. 11 minutes ago. Tactics inspired overlay awaits. Fold here. Break the ace jack. Fold the 7-4. Scene. No. We can probably just show down the ace high here. Yeah, what happened here? Fold the jack 9. Fold the 8-4. So I clicked something on my stream platform and I have no idea what I did. Just trying to get back to it now. Son of a bitch. Which is blah, 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 blah. Holy moly, this guy's just like spewing here. That should be popping up here. Hmm. Fold jack 6, queen 5, jack deuce, a6 off. Holy moly. Doesn't seem to matter anyways, because it's not loading to YouTube or Twitch right now. What the heck happened here? Okay, fold the 7 deuce. Oh, I'm gonna rage out here in a minute. Okay, let's raise pocket queens bottom left. K does 4-bet, and I think we'll just jam here. Jamming looks like tens, jacks, ace, king, stuff like that. All right, 4 minutes in, the stream should be up and running now, which does not seem to be. Oh, here we go. Okay, so it is live. So the stream's good now, and it is streaming what we want it to be streaming. I just, okay, this guy just is betting every time we check. Well, we should have let out here though. There we go. Wow, that was a struggle. All right, we got her back though. Good to go now. All right, let's try to focus back in on the tables. Try to win some hands here. Okay, a7 off. We're gonna bump that up. The king eight we fold. The king 10 we call. Check over to him. Jack five jack. We'll just bet here. And we brick top right. Okay, good spot for us to overbet here. And we'll pull up switch. Okay, switch is live now. Raise the ace eight offsuit. Fold queen four off. And this guy stations as usual. We do brick off, so we're just gonna give up. Yeah, it makes sense. Makes enough sense, anyways. Usually bet that four on the flop though. Okay, queen nine off. We're gonna bump up. Okay, I think we're good here. That seems to all be up and running now. Perfect. Fold 7-4. What a struggle that was getting the stream up and running today. Finally, we're getting it in early. Okay, flop top two. Send the four deuce suited. Checks back. Go for another overbet once he checks back. Okay, and we'll fold the 4-3 with the 9-3 off. So we're three-handed here in the top right. The green are NL50 tables, the blue are NL25s. Pushing a little outside the current roll here for the grind up, but that's fine. There's not really any NL25 tables been running right now. Fold the 10-3 off. Letter Kenny, fold the queen 3. KX Poker's got one table here. Tempting to join that one, to be honest. We do have heads up at NL25 now. I do not recognize the KX Poker underscore. Hands played 73. Yeah, haven't played very many hands with him overall, so seems decent potentially. Probably plays on like Poker Stars or something like that more often than not. Guess I should mute these Twitch streams and stuff. Okay. And value bet the two pair here. I'm just giving him a chance to shove here if he had like Queen 10, 9, 10, or not Queen 9, King Queen, King Jack, stuff like that. Flush draws, diamond draws. Most of the time, given his stack, he should be just like sticking it in or giving up. Um, so yeah, great spot. 8-20. Happy to take that. Happy to run it twice for him. Fold the 5 deuce. Dodge the first one. Dodge the second. This guy's like opening ranges are super nitty, so I think calling out of the small blind's fine, especially with the big blind villain who's uh, just really not going to be called like four betting us ever. Okay, he goes too small out of the blind here, so we can defend the e5 suited pretty comfortably. He checks. On this board, we'll just put out a small bet. He does check raise, which is interesting. Hmm. He's very aggressive. Lots of check raising. As soon as you check to him, does a lot of barreling and over barreling and stuff. It's probably ace king a lot of the time. I don't even think I'm allowed to fold, even if he had like aces. It's because of his sizing. Like we're pretty much getting odds to call. Once he checks again, it's almost always, I think, like a draw or ace king. Maybe check raises like a jack some portion of the time and then checks. But I think we can just check back here. And then we can pretty much call any river barrel he has. Oh, this we have to call. Yeah. So he did have pocket queens there. I don't like that shove at all on the river, and I really hate the turn check is really weird. Um, in my opinion. Unless he was going for like a double, like a check raise flop, check shove turn type line, but most of the time when he checks, I bet small, he check raises small, and we call. We're gonna have a lot of like draws here, single pair hands where it's like 8-7, 6-7, 6-5, 8-5, 8-6, pocket sixes, pocket eights. We have all those. Uh, Obviously, when he checks and we check back turn, you can eliminate like all the sets and two pairs from our range. But when the seven hits on the river, we're like the seven brings in 6-7, 8-7, pocket sevens, and then like any of the 4-5, 5-6, ace-5 um, type hands that are going to call his check raise on the flop because he went too small. So we're pretty much like even if he had pocket aces, we have to call there on versus his like flop check raise. Um, okay, fold the 8-5, and we'll let the king queen go here in the top right. Okay, fold the 9 deuce, fold the 9-3, bump up the jack 5 suited. Call the threes, fold the 10-7 off, raise the ace 9 off. Okay, fold the ace 10 off, check here, 6-4 off, whatever. Just get this put around. Okay, okay. Okay, fold the 8 deuce off. 9-5 off. We'll let it go. And we'll let the queen jack off go as well. So hopefully we're only another week or two and we'll be back to NL 100, give or take. Probably not that quickly, but we'll see. We might just like reload our bankroll too. Fold jack 3 off. Happy to show down the ace king here. I think both these villains are slightly overstabbing, which is usually fine for the pool. Okay. 3 with the king queen suited. Fold the 7-5 off. Okay, check the 9-8 suited. Okay. I guess we'll see if there's anything else. I gotta be careful keeping this lobby open. Fold the 9-5 off. Fold the 4 deuce off. Fold the jack deuce off. Okay, 3 with the king queen suited. Raise the 4-3 suited. Not a super cool board for us. For half pot with back doors, we have to call here. That's a really good turn card. Can pretty much call anything but like a shove now. Half pot's fine. Basically stacking off on any king, any queen, and any heart here. Um, Potentially should just be like check shoving this some portion of the time, potentially all the time. I think against this villain specifically, I am just going to check shove. He is betting into it relatively strong. But when we have like aces, kings, queens, we're going to check shove here. We do run into it with like 4-5 some portion of the time, or like ace 5 and stuff that don't want to fold. Nice. Okay. Okay, kings pick down. Raise the queen 8 suited. We get 3 bet. We're going to fold here. Okay, ace queen. You get a walk. Yeah, so this guy's like definitely over barreling. So those like spots where we have the combo draws versus this specific villain. If I was 100 bigs deep, we would just jam here. Pretty much just not folding to this guy now with the ace. Goes really small. We're definitely check calling. On this board, ace king, ace queen's generally going to go bigger. Pocket sevens, pocket eights generally go bigger than that. Uh, So we're just pretty much calling off here. He's aggressive enough that he'll do it with bluffs and stuff. And then all the spades and club draws miss. So we just have to call off, unfortunately. Yeah. Sometimes we just run into it, but there's not really much to do. Three-handed, blind versus blind. Um, and it is what it is. Can't raise the king eight off. Well, he got us once there. It is a bit tempting to full turn when he goes small and then like mass pots it. Feels a little bit stronger, but again, against this guy, he's like mass overbarreling a ton. So I don't really see much of a reason to do anything but just call down there. Especially when the king hits, it just makes it even less likely that he has this game. And obviously, when all the draws miss and stuff, we just call down there. Villains are naturally under defending against min opens, so when we're 3-4 handed, that's kind of our go-to sizing. Okay, bump up the ace king. King jack off here is just going to be a four bet or fold. So I think it's likely he came over from Stars because his sizing is too small out of the blinds, and that's usually like a rake based mistake, and he just doesn't know. Missed a c bet here. That was a mistake in the bottom left. So we are live on YouTube and on Twitch right now. Feel free to check out both. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do hit that like button. Definitely helps support the channel. Okay, I'll bump up the queen 10 suited. Fold the queen 5 off. Okay. We are going to check here for sure and hope that KX Poker will start blasting. So far, so good. Fold the king 6 off. We're going to call. We want pretty much anything but a diamond. Fold the jack 6. Okay, we flop a set here in the top right. We're going to check, and we're going to check down below. Okay, he goes really big. It's a great spot for us to just check shove on him here. In position with bottom set, we're going to call. And top right with middle set, we're going to check raise. Okay, we run into the set. Yes, we'll run it twice. Dodge the first one, dodge the second one. Gross run out here in the bottom left. We lose to all the sets. He doesn't really have queens, jacks, pocket queens, pocket jacks, pocket nines, pocket tens. Uh, we are going to jam here. If we run into a nine, so be it, or ace king, it is what it is. But it's just the way the hand played out, unless he has like exactly 9-10, which the 9-10 makes it less likely, or like king 9 diamonds, he's just not going to have very much 9x in his range. So we should win that for sure. Perfect. All right, we get a stack back in the top right, and we did stack him here as well with the flopped nut flush, and he stacked off with the set. Fold the 7-4 off. Okay. Full date three off. Bump the ace king off. Okay, we're just gonna see bet here. I think we just checked flop here, yeah. He did call flop. We are gonna barrel here when we turn the cut shot. Raise the sixes. Queen four off's just gonna be a fold. Pocket tens when we're in, or sorry, 10 big blind three bet, we're just getting odds to set mine in position. So we're just call. Holy fuck, we're smashing. For full pot, I think we'll just let the gutter go. And we will value bet the six here in the top right. Bottom set in position. We can raise, we can call. We're just gonna call here. Most of our range likes to call in this position, so we don't want to balance ourselves too much. And if he has ace king, he's just not going to stop barreling. And if he goes anywhere that's like 25 big plus here, we're just gonna jam it in. Nice. And he just shoves dead. We snap off. At a position here again in the top right, three-handed. I'll just check. Okay, he does call. So we lose to all the like worst aces. Probably just check the side here. Realistically, we're just hoping he like bets or stabs at it when he has like 10-8, you know, 9-8, queen 10, jack queen, something like that, and tries to like bluff it. But yeah, we're basically just check calling there. Okay, fold the 8-6 suited. We will just call the fives. Uh, okay. We're just gonna want to check call mode now, I think. Okay, fold six deuce. He does just check give up. Yeah, so just he's definitely over blasting in spots. So we're gonna be definitely checking a lot of our stronger range to him and just letting him stab and bluff at it. The 10-8 we fold. The 10's dominated, right? Seems like a stronger hand, but we'd much rather call like 6-7, 7-8, 5-4-5 than 10-8 suited. Um, it is a bit of a small three bet, so maybe it's fine to call still there. I'm not sure. Okay, 9-5 off. We're gonna let that go. Oh, apologize, guys. Sneak attacking coming. Okay. I think I'm just gonna block bet two pair here. We can definitely get called by worse hands, like worse two pairs and stuff, or just like a 9 or an 8. And then because the diamonds come out, he's unlikely to value bet like 7x very often. Okay, we check to him, nothing happens. We're just gonna overbet the ace. We do a lot of turn over betting at a position. Okay. The 9-7 suited here. Fold the 8 deuce. The 9-7 suited. Neither of these villains are really going to three bet squeeze light, so I'm actually very comfortable just calling in the on the button here in position and just taking a flop with this fish in here and likely bringing along the big blind as well. Okay. I think we're just gonna see about half pot here on the ace. Defend here with the suited flush draw. Whoa, stream just died off there. Okay. Bump the king nine suited. Check here. So we've almost hit our weekly goal of 1,000. We're at 700 out of 1,000. It is Thursday now. Hmm. It's an interesting spot. Probably need to call one just because the odds we're getting are insane. And Brand Man is extremely unlikely to have pocket jacks. So, huh. Now the question becomes, do we just go like 60 big blinds and force him out of the hand? Because Uncle Rose is just going to have a pretty capped range of not being potentially not being super strong here. Though he's pretty much the only one who could have pocket jacks. There's a whole bunch of other hands he can have. Um, Honestly, I think with how much equity we have in our hand, like our hand strength alone, it's probably fine to just check back and try to hit three ways here. Because if we did bet here and we got shoved on, it's pretty much a disaster. So we would pretty much need to be like just shoving turn, I think, or for like max fold equity, or just giving up. And unfortunately, I think with nine high, once he like check raises flop, goes check check turn, and then value bets river, uh, probably just giving up here, I guess. Here in the top left, given his stack size, I'm just going to overbet. Okay, flop the nine ball. We're going to lead into him here and then go check call, check call. Okay, and we'll bump up with the ace king. Fold the jack seven off. Fold the ace five off. Fold the seven three off. Okay, and the 10-5 off, we're going to let go. Fold the 5-3 as well. We're definitely going to check call one here. Ace king can be the best hand still. Um, and we also have obviously like six outs to hit. And we'll just fold river now. Again against 10 big blind, three bet, a little too small. I guess it's, I guess it's fine heads up for the most part. I don't know how much it changes with like our stack sizing though. Hold the 9-5, and we'll just let the sevens go. Probably not going to play this guy heads up at NL50. It's just relatively. Hmm, that's an interesting bet. So I just open fold queens here to that. I mean, we three bet, he calls, and he just like smashes three quarters pot into us on the king high board. We block king queen, theoretically ace queen, like four bets here. Thing is, like, we just should be believing for the most part the aggression. I'd rather call like Jack 10, Queen 10, because then we have like five outs to stuff. The only value of calling realistically with like pocket queens there is that we don't have a heart, so it's more likely he has heart draws. But we also block King Queen and Ace King theoretically with four bet outs. Uh, yeah, weird line there. We have so much Ace King that it's weird for him to like lead into us with pretty much anything. So until we know more about him, I think folding is it's probably close to the same EV as calling, realistically. Definitely not calling or folding all the time there. Okay, MacGyver's just free money. We're just gonna min click every single hand. Button versus under the gun, just because he's over folding. So we can just play every hand against him. Okay. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Okay, we'll check the 8-6 off. He goes two. I'm just gonna try to build a bit of a pot here against this guy. I think if he has any 10, like any two pair, any like 7, 8, 8, 9 type hand, he's going to be calling. Any diamonds, like all those hands are not folding. So any draws call and any made hand pretty much calls, except for maybe like 7x. So um, we want to go for some value here. Flush does come in. We're still going for value. Um, Villain will make it pretty clear if he hits, and by pretty clear I mean he's just going to raise us, and he's only going to raise us if he has a made flush draw or a made flush. Anything else is just going to be like checking. Okay, we'll check back one time here, and we're definitely going to be calling the Jack Nine suited. Definitely calling top left. Okay, we bowed up, and we'll value bet. That's really small again. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to check raise him. I don't think he goes that small with all the flush draws out there with a strong made hand. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So we just want to attack those bet sizing tells. Fold queen three, bump up the 9-3 suited. A gong show is not a villain to be three betting. I'm not even going to waste my time four betting the king jack off. It's just a four better fold. Usually just a fold. Same with like king queen off, ace jack off. Those are hands that we like to four bet more so than just defending. Definitely call second pair here. Check to him, and we will bump the 5 deuce suited. So we have third pair here plus a gut shot, and both of our like a 4 or a 6 is probably good. So we have 4, 7, 8. We have 9 outs here if we don't already have the best hand. Too small here with the 8s, and we're just going to value bet the jacks. And now we'll check fold here. I think in the top right, if he's willing to bet again, we'll let that go. Okay, call the 9-6 suited. Okay, we'll bump the jack 10, fold 7-3, fold here, fold king 5, check here. Okay, we'll check the king 8 off. Pretty sure my stream just reset over on Twitch. Seems to be okay on YouTube. Okay, see bet the 5s. Still going to defend here when the ace falls. And I think I'm just going to double barrel the 5s here. Um, Villains are just going to mass overfold to turnover bets. So we don't need to be, super balanced or anything. We can just like exploitatively pound away with like um, check overbet on turns and see bet flop overbet turn as well. Lines. Okay, we'll fold to MacGyver there. Okay, 7-5 off. We're gonna let go. Fold the queen at 5. He checks to us. We're going to go with the overbet here on the turn. He does call. I don't think he checks a queen, so I'm gonna continue barreling here and try to push him off like a pair of threes or something, or like four or five. We don't need to push him off of it, but we're trying to fold him out. I'm not really sure what he would have here, to be honest, but I think I'm just gonna let it go. Could be like eight deuce, eight three, queen deuce, potentially. Okay, pocket eights we raise, they call. See bet here. Fold the queen five off. No action with the aces. With backdoor queen flush draw, bottom pair, we can check raise, we can call. Okay, barrel's really small again. I think this is a good spot to lead into him. Fuck, that seems a bit wild. Okay, we're getting owned a little bit in the top right, fortunately. Okay, that's a good start to make a comeback. Hopefully at least barrels here. He does. We call one. Great turn card. Anything but a club is a good turn card. He barrels again. Okay, this is interesting. Anything but a club obviously is good. I think we probably just call again here and hope there's no club on the river. Five is okay. It puts a lot of chops and like kills a lot of our action. Man, what is going on with Twitch? I think we just go small here, try to get paid from an overpair, like a set or two pairs that don't want to fold. Nice. Very nice. We could have got it all if we shoved turn. Yeah, there's definitely something going on with the stream because my Twitch stream just like kicked off. Okay, we do defend the queen, and we will bump king six off, fold the queen three off. Okay, and we're going to check back here, and well, obviously we're calling out, but we're going to call pretty much any river barrel from him. And here we're just going to jam it, and maybe he'll think we're bluffing if he does happen to have a nine here. Sometimes villains do take these weird bet, check, check, like check turn lines. I'm hoping for that check shove, but not really understanding that's pretty much never going to come. And if you do it, you're not really going to get paid off. But yeah, so Twitch is like keeps glitching out. So there's definitely something up with Streamlabs. YouTube seems fine. Fold four through, raise the four through suited. We do defend here, obviously the 9-6 suited, and we'll just flop trips now too. No big deal. He checks. I'm gonna check back here. Given his like stack size, we don't need to necessarily blast flop, turn, and river to get the money in. So we'll check back, try to let him hit something, and then go from there on the turn. I don't think he's gonna read into sizing much, so I think we'll just like bet here now. And hope that he thinks we're full of it and just like check jams on us. He's definitely considering it. Okay, that's great. Could have 8-9, like ace 9, 9-10, stuff like that. Obviously, we just call here and just let him shove rivers. And we snap off for the win. Okay. And we will defend Jack 4 suited to his mid open. Okay. Fold the Jack 4 here. Pull the 10 deuce off. And the queen six off. We're going to bump up. Twitch kicked off again. What is going on here? Yes, there's something definitely up with the stream. Did I open this? Yeah, I opened. No, I just called. Interesting. I guess we just check. Maybe better to just put the six bigs in because I can't really. Can I fold here? I guess I can fold here. I don't have five, 10. I don't know if this is a fold or a call, to be honest. I think it's a call because if he doesn't have a pair, we're probably getting odds to call, right? Like if, yeah, we definitely are. Like if he just has overcards, then we're pretty much getting our odds to hit a six or a five or running hearts. Not this time. Nice hit. Okay. Three bet the ace 10 off. And we definitely see bet this board. Don't need to go big on this board here. Uh, and we're just going to check it up. Obviously not when we just also smashed the nut straight now. Um, but when he like calls three bet, called flop, we're not really looking to do much bluffing here on this board because we obviously rep the king, the jack, all those hands pretty strongly. Nice hand. Okay. Fold the 10-6 off. So it's either Twitch or like Streamlabs connection to Twitch. So it's just I did watch Schrodinger's VPip there, Tokyo Penthouse's stream for a minute, and he was saying his Twitch keeps kicking in and out. Um, I, he was saying it was his internet, but I don't think it is. It's definitely something up with Twitch. The seven deuce off, we're gonna let go. So I think so far so good. We've been cruising right along this morning. We've lost, I think we lost two stacks at most, maybe. Okay, king queen suited will bump up again. King queen suited we bump up, or king queen off we bump up. And given villain's inability to three bet late ever or three bet anything but like nizzles, we of course come along. We're obviously going to be calling here. And we're just going to also flop trip deuces on this middle table, and we are going to flop top two in the bottom left. Okay. We can raise or call. I think we call one. Hearts aren't great to see, especially if he keeps like blasting, but we're going to be calling top two here. Okay, when he goes smaller, that's generally a pretty good sign. Jack's not a great card either. So now, like, we're losing to King 10, Queen 10, Jack 10, 9 10, Ace 10. We do beat King Jack, Queen Jack. He does check to us, so I think I'm just going to check here. I don't know. We should probably be value betting that some portion of the time, but I think with the flushes out there at four to a straight, um, you know, it's maybe a bit closer. But when he does check, like he never has the flush there really. So it might be a little bit better to be uh, value betting in that spot. Probably a little too tight, maybe to just check back, but you can't be confident villain would be, he'd be check calling a lot of 10x, I think, when the flush is out there. I don't know how often he's going to call like king jack or queen jack. We'll just defend the 4x open here. It's not super great, but against Jack T, he's just going to end up calling most of the time. Uh, okay, so he limp raises. Okay, well, I guess getting over 2-1 would probably just, I'm going to fold. I'm only folding um, because he's like short stacked. If he was 100 bigs, it would definitely be a set mine there, but he just has pocket aces there like so often. Um, that I think I like just like checking back. What happened here? So we called, we lead up flop, they both call. Okay, so now we're gonna take a check call line, I think. Okay, we'll bump up the 10-8. So they both check back. Now we're just gonna go for value. They obviously don't have super strong hands. You could argue maybe just checking and letting them try to bluff um, like diamonds or something here. But I think they're less likely to bluff, and they're way more likely to just check back a 10 or like worse 10 or a 7 or a 4 than they are to bet it. Um, we should have bet the 10-8 before now. Uh, yeah. Okay, we do get raised here, which is interesting. 7-8 raises. PFR of only 9%, so he's not one to be aggressive for no reason. Um, you got to assume if he has like ace 10, king 10, jack 10, he'd be. Thing is, nobody bluffs, right? Like these, like the whales, the fish, they're not really like bluffing very often. Um, so I'm probably just gonna fold and just assume that he literally has like pocket eights or like 7-8, and um, he wasn't buttoned, so it is significantly more likely he could still check a set and hope the fifth wheel barreled. Um, but yeah, I don't know. We just kind of believe villains when they're showing aggression. For the most part, the odds of them bluffing are like very few and far between lines. So yeah, Twitch is just keeps cutting out, which is unfortunate. I finally had a decent day to stream. Okay, Jack 5 off fold. Raise the 10-8 suited. Okay, we're gonna 3-bet the ace jack. Ooh, Don Juan comes over the top. That sucks. We're hoping he doesn't have ace king. Kings or less would be great to see. Or king queen, even better. Good start. That's us. Okay, we're dodging a king, a queen. Okay, 6 outs and we win. Was this okay? We're gonna value bet here. Next, we win that. Now up here, was that Brandman? Yeah, it was Brandman we were playing. Okay, so this guy is the one we were stacking up here, who showed a tendency to be willing to bluff and stuff. Uh, but once he calls turn, um, just like what are we targeting here now? I think he's probably willing to call a jack here versus two barrels. So I think we just keep attacking. I don't want to give him the he's not going to he's never going to bet a jack. So I would rather just keep betting into him. Yeah, so Twitch is just like cutting in nonstop here, unfortunately. Okay, and we'll fold the king nine off. Fold the back 10 off. I'm not sure if my stream's kicking in or out or not on YouTube. I don't think it is, but it definitely is on Twitch for sure. Well, it's managed to get up to 5 minutes now, but there's definitely something up. Fold the jack deuce off, fold the jack deuce off, queen five off, we'll fold. Okay, flop top two, just be looking for check raise here in the bottom right. Okay, that's probably the worst card in the deck for us. I am going to call one here. You can definitely have like spade draws and stuff still, but now we're just check folding river. Nice. Oh, we still lose. That's too bad. That was the only card in the deck that could save him in a six, I guess. Eh? Okay, raise the ace eight off. Fold, 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 fold. And against MacGyver, we'll just defend the queen jack. And we will value bet into him. This guy wins his hand and dips, unfortunately. Okay. 10-6 off, we're going to let that go. It looks like Twitch is coming back a little bit. It's been running for 7 minutes now before resetting. So that's something. Okay, we'll let the jack six go. And we'll fold 10-7 off, fold the 7-4. Okay, bump up the 5-3 suited. So we have two heads up tables, no action. NL 25, NL 50. Fold the queen seven off. And here, I think we'll just put in a big C bet. And ace jack off against high roller. Not four bet. If he's not four betting ace king pre-flop, he's definitely not four betting light or three betting light too often. Huge stations, yeah. But yeah, we do like if we are gonna four bet ace jack, it's just a four better fold. If we're gonna continue with the hand. Okay, yeah. See, Twitch just reset again. Okay, and we'll just fold the ace four suited to that shove. So there's definitely something up with the Streamlabs, I think, this morning. Um, okay, definitely gonna raise up the ace jack offsuit. Fold the 5-4, ace jack. So any of you guys just joining, if you're on Twitch, it's been kicking in and out. So feel free to either just zip over to YouTube for the best. I'm sure Streamlabs at some point here will know there's an issue. Oh, it just reset again. But yeah, I don't know. Sums up with it. It wouldn't even like it took me like 4 times even just to get the stream going this morning. So there's definitely something haywire going on. Okay, full jack eight suited. Okay, I'm gonna call here because Blue Thunder's only got 24 bigs, and I'd like to try to keep Jack Teeth in the hand. We have backdoor flush draws, and we have a double gutter. He does raise. He is like randomly like super aggressive. This guy, like he's definitely a wreck, but he does like to kind of get into the mix. Definitely defending here. Continuing. Okay, oh, that's a killer. So we're just done with the hand now. That's just killed pretty much all of our outs. No flush draw, and we're chopping with pretty much everything else. So goodbye to us for that hand. And we'll fold the king eight offsuit. It's a crazy call from him, but I guess yeah, they're so pretty much pot committed realistically. Okay, so you can see if there's any other tables up and running. There are not. Fold four deuce offsuit. Okay, the a7, big blind versus Blue Thunder here. Obviously, great positioning at this table here. Two whales on our right, or recreationals, I should say. Still auto-clicking fold too often here. Um, Against most villains at the lower stakes, you can pretty much just open almost 100% into their range because they're not three betting anywhere close to enough. They're not floating your flop C bets anywhere enough. So depending on the villain, you can definitely take a lot of just open your entire range and C bet lines, and it'll be printing money. Um, and some villains you can literally just open small blind and like just give up on every single flop that you brick because you're still printing money by just opening. Okay, raise the king jack suited, ace jack suited, boom. So hopefully it'll be a couple more weeks at the NL 50, NL 25 tables, and then we'll get back to NL 100, um, and then continue on to NL 200 from there. Um, it all depends though. Like we don't have a ton of time right now. Did it reset again? Give me a break. Definitely check calling here, top left. Okay, pick up a gutter ball. Overcards are still likely good in most scenarios. Okay, he doesn't three bet us pre. We do check to him. He bets, then bets again on turn here, half pot. Uh, Probably just going to peel one more. I think he's shown a tendency to have an air a lot and be willing to bluff at it. Um, and we have essentially 10 outs on the turn here, so just check calls pretty clean. Nice. So once you kind of pick up on that with certain villains, you have to be willing to call in those scenarios, especially when you have 10 outs. Like that's pretty much a call against anybody, but especially when you're up against a villain who's willing to um, uh, barrel and essentially just barrel too wide, then your ace high is going to be good significantly more often. Okay, we'll fold the nine deuce. So yeah, Twitch is at 2 minutes. Yeah, for anybody on Twitch when you're coming in and out, just click out again. Yep. What in the hell? So if you are on Twitch, it is glitching out At most, I think we got to 7 minutes there one time. But generally speaking, every like 2 to 3 to 5 minutes, it's just shutting off the whole stream. It looks like YouTube's still holding fine. So if you are on Twitch, feel free to just zip over to YouTube and check that out. We do value bet Ace King bottom left. He does fold. Okay, 5-4 suited. We're gonna let that one go. Could be Ultra, like it could be like Streamlabs Ultra with like the dual stream. Um, so just watching Schrodinger, Tokyo Penthouse. He's an Ontario reg. He's got a stream. Um, and his YouTube is like, I don't know if his Twitch is staying on, but his YouTube's definitely not. Um, so it's possible, like, and he's obviously running a dual stream as well. So it's possible that it's just something with the dual stream that's cooked. Um, so you could theoretically just try going back and like turning off Twitch and just streaming to YouTube or something, might solve the issue. A guy relieves into us, we're just gonna call. Okay, pick up an 8 ball. It's a great spot. Sixes, we're just hoping to get the showdown here. Obviously top left. He's gonna have a queen a high portion of the time. He will have some flush draws mixed in. But we're just obviously folding here. How did this hand play out? Was not paying that flop. Check, 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 check. Barrel's turn, barrel's river. I think we call here with sixes for sure. Where's that line? We're gonna call here, I think. Oh, come on now. Come on now. Okay, three bet the king queen suited. Just an unfortunate run out there. It just seemed a little bit. Oh, and he leaves. A little bit too sort of bluff happy there. Okay. So we get four bet first hand. Um, can't really fold here, but I don't really want to call him, to be fair. Yeah, Twitch just reset again. It's so tilting. Okay. And we obviously are three betting the jacks here and not folding to Blue Thunder, and we're just gonna let this go. Okay, it's a pretty good flop for us. We are losing to pocket tens, sixes, and sevens. He's just okay. I guess he wanted a full table. That's fair enough. Ah, man, this time bank thing gets annoying if you time out even for half a second. So you're down to that 30 seconds. You're cooked. Okay, pocket jacks here. Called the three bet, called the C bet. There are some like nine tens in his range, six, seven, sevens, eights, like five, six. I think we need to check back turn here and then can decide river. I'm glad he went 16 because now we can just call. Even if it is just like a value bet with like a nine, we're getting odds to call here. The six, we actually beat some hands now that he potentially could have called with. Makes pocket sixes less likely. 7, 8, 10, 7, 6, 7, those types of hands are extremely less likely here. And he's going to be value betting like 10x there, um, at least some portion of the time. Because once we check back turn, we never have a nine, so he doesn't actually have to worry about that. I shouldn't say never, but like almost never. Yeah, so Twitch is just cooked. There's like absolutely, it's just constantly disconnected. So, oh, you know what? I forgot to turn something off here on the stream. We are not currently running the gauntlet, so I need to turn that off. Oh, all right, fold the ace deuce off. Yeah, so there's been no break in the YouTube stream. It's been running pretty clean. If you guys are here checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that like button, subscribe. Uh, head over to Twitch, give a follow there. Feel free to watch wherever you like. Um, Twitch right now is cooked though. It is not running. We've got somebody watching it over there. If you're the one watching on Twitch, it's going to crash on you. I don't know what's going on with it, but every 5 minutes it's crashing. So we can't really get a viewer count up there because it's just constantly shutting down. YouTube seems okay. Um, it hasn't crashed out yet since we got it running earlier. Uh, so it seems okay right now. Hopefully that'll continue, but yeah, it seems like Streamlabs is having some sort of a technical difficulty getting things loaded up to either Twitch or YouTube, or potentially both, it sounds like for some people. Okay, snap checks back flop. We will overbet turn here and then value bet river. Definitely calling. And then we'll just check call river. Oh, yeah, it does feel like that hand, but when we have two queens, we can't really fold there. We're blocking him from having like the nizzles. But again, it's tempting to fold anytime you're facing aggression from a lot of the villains because they're just like, what's like, he's never bluffing there is the issue, right? And what's when he pots river, does he really ever do it with like ace jack? I don't think so. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like if they're never gonna pot there with ace jack, then you should probably not station down and just let that go. Okay, we just check call here with the king. Ace isn't great, but the hearts are cool. So obviously we check calling again here. Can start to put out an argument for check raising. He goes full pot. I don't think we want to take the line of trying to bluff him off of a strong hand. And I think when he goes full pot on turn, he's going to have a relatively strong hand most often. Oops. A little bit of a misclick here. King Queen. Meant to see bet this board. Okay. I think with two overs in the double gutter and he's checked to us twice, we should probably go for it now. He goes a lot smaller in sizes. Like his pot size disappears there on turn. Um, Probably just has an ace most of the time here, though. Um, we do a lot of overfolding here on this channel. I think when we're down to NL25 and NL50, not against all people, not against like decent regs, but against like the recreationals who are until we see them kind of bluff off or spew, you should uh, you should just be overfolding because they're just not running bluffs, right? So if you're not beating their value, you pretty much need to fold almost always because the random events are too few and far between. For a second, it's kind of a pointless bet on the flop here. Okay. Check call king 10, pick up the hearts, or just be check calling, and then probably just check fold most rivers where we don't get there. Okay, heads up in the top right. Okay, I'm just gonna call here. Yeah, I think I'll just call. Maybe we can get eyewitness to shove like tens or jacks or something. Okay, we do make two pair here on the river. Okay, no action though. And we do boat up here. Okay, what happened on this hand? We raised to four bigs, went call, flop went check, check, check. Right, we're just gonna go half pot here. Oops. Sorry, bro. He's gonna hit that. No, not today. I would have ran that twice. I just wasn't around to click it, unfortunately. It's definitely close to call here in the top left, but I think we can just let that one go pretty comfortably. Okay, we do hold with the queens. And we do win whatever that was with the six deuce, and we'll bump up the 9-7 off. Oh, look at Twitch go. 8 minutes now. Making its way. Okay, we go he donk leads into us 3/4 pot. We do have a gutter ball, but I think for 3/4 we'll just let it go. If we had a gutter with like overs, we could call, but we don't have any overs to the top card, so we'll just move on from that hand. Okay, and we're gonna ISO the king five suited. Oh, would have went runner runner. Yeah, it's a good call there for sure. But we'll kind of take a lower variance route against most of these villains heads up, just because we know they're going to give us, um, we know they're going to give away their money relatively quickly. I think we call one here. And if we do bet here, we're going a little bit bigger. We have two overs, no diamond, but we do have a gut shot and two overs. So he does barrel half pot again. We do turn the nine, so we definitely call again here. If he does blast again on river, it's a little bit more questionable. Six comes in, queen comes in. Just don't know what he like donk leads with there very often. Like that's a board I'm going to see bet like 100%. So I don't think it makes a ton of sense for him to lead a queen there. But if he does, we'll kind of know for future reference. Six isn't great because he could lead a six also some portion of the time. But I think with king nine, we don't really have much of a choice but to call here. Hands up. I think our hand's just too strong. Yeah, okay. Okay, the six deuce off. We'll just let that one go for now. But nice hand. We do need to mark him with light blue just because he's not auto reloading. And we just kind of fumbled this top left hand. We should have been betting at some point here. Take that down. We still win though with the queen high, so that's good. Okay, calls and leads into us again. It's getting a bit wild here. He might just be leading every hand that he calls, so which would make that call down with the king nine significantly better. And Twitch restarted again. That is super annoying. And we threw at the ace nine suited. Okay, leads again. I think this time with the gut shot. Uh, Actually, with ace high, I'm just going to call. Our hand's likely the best hand here. I think a little bit too often. Um, so I'm just going to call down. Man, what is going on here? At least we're chopping. I think we're gonna go check here. We're gonna value bet bottom right. Okay. Now the question becomes, do we value bet here with the ace? I think we go small. Like we're essentially targeting a king, right? So I think we just block bet and hope he just doesn't want to fold the king. Again, we're gonna call here with the ace nine, and we're gonna go for a check call on the river. Does not oblige this time. Okay, no, we don't get the call with the ace, but that's fine. And we'll raise the king 10. Okay, he's giving up on the donk leading 100%. Okay, we're gonna three bet the nines. What do we got going on down here? Paired board, open ender. It's gonna be hard to get paid, so I think I'm fine just letting that go. We need to call the 7 big donk lead into us. And we need to three bet the kings. All right, there's a lot going on there. Okay. And we'll fold king deuce. King 3, we can open into villain. Ace high roller with the 4 bet. Interesting. So I shovel spades, or shovel spades, yeah. And fold here, 10x open, we'll let that go. I'll fold the nines to the 4 bet. I guess we just call here with the hearts. Beautiful run out. Obviously, if we lose to better hearts, it kind of is what it is. But yeah, we're not folding here at any point. I don't know, like if he goes big, I don't know if we shove, but again, we call here in the top right, pick up a gutter ball, checks. We're just going to try to show down our ace here. Happily show down the ace. Take it down. Yeah, so he's definitely taking like a mass donk leading line. So here in the middle table, we're gonna jam here because we would jam like just the bare ace and the bare king of hearts like 100% of the time. Um, and I think he knows that enough that he can for sure call some portion of the time here. Oh, Twitch reset again. Okay, fold king 3, fold the 10-5. 10-7 suited. Should be doing mostly three betting here, but villain just kind of showed a tendency to not fold very often. Um, and stations a lot pre-flop. It kind of just makes the hand get crazy. So kind of leaning towards a significantly like lower variance line and just kind of playing our hand and letting him just sort of spew off into us in the top rate. Definitely like theoretically not GTO perfect. We've so far seen enough hands that we can comfortably expect him to blast off into us at least a good significant portion of the time when we hit our hands, and we're just going to kind of ride that wave. Okay, flop bottom pair versus the open limp. Definitely call one here. Not going to get crazy. If he wants to blast here, then on this board, I think we can probably just show down the deuce. If he checks, we're just going to win pretty large percentage of the time. And honestly, if he bet there, I think we just call. Fold the ace-8 off, and we will bump the 9-7. And again, we just like to check a lot to villains, blind versus blind, especially on this board. You know, if we bet, it's not a whole lot worse that's going to call us. Uh, this is a great spot here. He checks back flop. The king comes in. We overbet. He knows we bluff overbet here a lot. And we're just going to call here. And then we're just going to check call river. And if he does have a better king or pocket threes or pocket fives, it's kind of just a so be it situation to a point. Thing is, blind versus blind, like he does have king three, king five. We have the flush draws. I mean, I don't think we can fold to this guy because he's been bluffing, like, but it's just kind of a gross spot. But he didn't three bet pre, so he doesn't have ace king or like king queen or like king jack very often. It does feel like we're beat here though, for some reason. I think we just call though. King 10, come on now. The 2x overbet, I'm not super sure about on that particular spot. Because I still have all the like higher kings. But it's fine. Like we obviously can't fold there. Like, it is what it is. But I think the 2x pot river from him with king 10 off is potentially a little bit hopeful. But yeah, gross run out. It's also a fine spot where like he knows, I think he knows that I'm going to be calling him light enough there when he just over 2x over bets there. But there's nothing we can do. It's just, we have essentially a nutted hand. Fold the 8-4 suited, fold here, fold the queen 5. Okay, fold the 10-7 off, raise the queen deuce suited, fold the 9-4, check back here. Fold the 10 deuce. And we will. I think we can probably just, honestly, I think we can just show down the queen high often enough and be good here. Okay, I am going to take a quick um, break here. And we'll bump queen 8 off. We're just going to sit on our blinds. And I'll take a quick break, and then we will be right back. Pretty sure this is a okay. Okay, yeah, we won't be long. We're just taking a quick little break here. We'll reset some tables, and away we go. If you guys are just joining the stream, make sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Feel free to check out Twitch as well. Stream is kind of up and running over there. Most of the times it's up and running fine. Today it's just been super cooked, uh, constantly running out or timing out, ending, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we won't be long. We're just taking a quick break and we will be back to it. Feel free to shoot a chat. Can't fold 6-3 off. And we've got the one table left here to join into. It's not too much up and running right now. I should probably be joining this at all table though, realistically. Okay, 8-4 suited. We just let that go. Okay, Matty sweeps. And fold the 9-4. Okay, that's it. That's all. All right, we'll be right back. We're back. So, guess we're going to leave this table. The 60's off. We're going to let that go. All right, fold 6 deuce again. Fold 10-4. Um, defend the 10-8 off. He goes small. We're definitely going to float here. Checks, and we're going to block some jack tens. Take it down. We do get 3-bet here. It's a little bit bigger. Our opening's a little bit bigger, so it's fine. We're just gonna set mine and looks like check folding. Our 3-bet is it's not that bad. It felt like our 3-bet's really low, but it seems, I guess, okay. Definitely a little bit low right now. But that's, not very many hands, so it's not really telling anything. It feels a little bit feels like we're playing a little bit tight, but kind of just I think the scenarios that have been popping up. Okay, we'll bump the jack nine off, and we'll fold the 10-8. Jack nine off will fold, the 10-7 off will fold. Okay, we'll bump up the tens. Fold the 6 deuce. Okay, bottom right, we've picked up a heads up match. That's great. Here in the top left, we're going to go for value. I think sizing is actually supposed to be a bit smaller on these monotone boards. Yeah, he just ends up folding too often, I think. Okay, we're going to stab here, bottom left. Takes down. Villains, again, are just like mass overfolding in a lot of spots where they have like the back doors and gut shots to a point. Kind of goes both ways. Like you have the villains who will just like hugely overfold in spots, but then they also like overcall in other spots. Fold 10-5. Against this guy and his stack size, I think I'll just bet and then contemplating overbetting or like check shoving, or kind of which line we wanted to take there. And we're just going to bet again for value. Um, Not a great run out, but I think we still just like keep betting against villain. There's just like given his stack size, like all of his like is like king jack, king queen, ace jack, ace king, like you know what I mean? Those types of hands are just kind of jamming pre most often. It's just significantly more likely to just have like a 6 to 7 or some sort of like gut shot rando draw there. And we'll just float in with the king five. Probably could call the 9 there in the bottom left. Okay. He's icing over the short stack. We'll just let the fours go. There's not gonna be much value in getting involved there. Okay. All right. And we're just gonna ship it in. Okay. Just a coin flip. Try to run it. Oops. Misclick here with the king five. Great turn card for us. Yeah, it's fine. You just get out of the way there. Okay, take down top left. I think we can definitely call the queen high here. Chop it up. Oh, second's back. Okay, we'll fold the 10-8 off. Fold the 6-3. This overbet, if he doesn't have anything, again, he just like folding. So if he does call, we'll just comfortably let that go. The Jack Queen diamonds, we're definitely mixing like check or three betting and calling there. Definitely check raising this board if he c bets. He does not. We are going to overbet turn here though, and he lets it go. Okay, pick up a gut shot. We still have two overcards. We are going to do double barrel here in the bottom right. Not going to overbet it. Overbetting's better when there's not like a straight potential out there, but there's the draw to the straight. Because then you're just basically forcing them to make a mistake, or you can fold them off their equity. Both are very, very good outcomes. And we're going to go a little bit bigger here and hope he just calls for the chop. He does not. We limp under the gun here. Okay. We bank our 9. We'll just look for showdown now. Against 3x open, I think we're supposed to be doing like either pretty much almost all three betting or folding. He leads into us. I think I'm just going to raise here. Okay, we pick up this open ender. We're going to barrel again. The reason I raise here is we have the 5. We're blocking 5, 6. So we have a pretty good hand to be bluffing with here. And then when we pick up equity, it just makes it even better. Especially when you know you're just going to make the straight on the river anyways. Sukov says, hello, hello. Good day, sir. Welcome to the channel. Quick. Again, we're just overbetting turn. A lot of spots here. Okay, fold jack, deuce of hearts. And we will overbet on the ace. Fold the jack 3 off. He leads into us here. We'll just let this one go. Looks like Twitch ended again. Okay, 3 betting the ace jack suited. Okay, it's a good board for us. Just gonna be check raising here almost 100% of the time, with the added pretty. Jake calls relatively quickly. Doesn't really consider even folding there, but also doesn't consider raising. So probably not a super strong hand. Question really becomes, can we like push him off of a queen here, or like a 7? And I think even with a queen, if it's a weak queen by the river, he will fold some portion of the time, and all of his other pairs will fold turn. But when they call that quickly, there's not really any thought about a like a 3 bet there. Okay, and we'll just fold here with the 7-4 suited, and we're gonna squeeze here with the ace-4 suited. In position on both villains, great hand to do this with. So especially with the fish cold calling. His range is just going to be crazy wide. Does have some ace X that he didn't three bet, so we are going to check once here, uh, and let him bet into us, I suppose, at this point. And we value bet small. Just trying to get called by like Jack 10, Queen Jack, like King Queen, those types of hands. If he shoved river there, it's kind of a close call. I think we probably fold. He's just likely to have like Ace Jack or Ace King. The recreationals are not three betting those hands often enough, and then they're going to overplay post flop a lot of the time. This board, when we do c bet, we usually just go small. Um, I think I'm just gonna. Hmm, it's a weird cold call from villain. I guess 7-8 calls, 8-9 calls, 10-8 calls. Probably just need to call here. King 10. We are in position of him as well, so like we can check, he can shove, he can fold. I think with the cold call here from Matty sweeps, it is. I think I'll just let the ace eight suited go. I feel like I'm just like committed to this hand at this point. Now we have like a jack gives us a straight. Can't really fold. And he snap shoves on the clubs. I don't think he has clubs very often here with that snap shove. We just have to fold though. He does have the clubs. Okay. We were behind the whole time though versus ace 10. Fold the 9-3. It was just kind of a weirdly played hand. Fold jack 3 off. Fold the king 3. King 7 suited. All right, let's see how we've actually been rolling today so far. Feel like we've been running pretty good. The queen 7 suited, we will bump up. And we're just going to pull this off to the side for a second. Hold them. Ace 10 off. And raise the ace 10 suited. We're just going to three fold to this 3 bet with queen 7. Little loosey goosey there with queen 7. Not eating a sandwich though. Just a little loosey goosey. He checks back. And again, we overbet turn. And villain's mass overfold to that. Do it a little less likely with our marginal holdings because we kind of just want to get called and paid from them. We will defend the 10-9 suited to that small 3 bet though. And with a raise from under the gun and a call and a 3 bet from button, we're just gonna let the fives go. Okay. Checks back flop. We definitely call the king queen. I think we're actually gonna raise here against this villain. He's just playing so many hands. And I think here we need a stab with our flush draw and gut shot. I think if he doesn't have a queen or an ace, he probably folds. So all of his like jacks, tens, uh, like jack queen suited, jack 10 suited that aren't spades, which they can't be because I have a 10, are gonna let go a lot here. If he, yeah, okay, it's fine. If he's bluffing, that's good, but it's likely he just has an ace there. We can kind of get out of the way at a position. It's just gonna be hard to get paid even if we do hit our spade. So I think folding there is probably fine with the paired board. If the board's not paired, then we never fold there. The issue becomes like if it's paired, and especially being queen ace ace, he can have queens, he can have ace queen, um, like on this board, right? He can have pocket eights, pocket queens, ace queen, ace eight suited. Like those are all in his range. So if we get check raised and like if we get re-raised on the turn after he three bets and then checks back and then re-raises, um, it's usually like a nutted hand line more than it's anything else. Okay, pretty good flop for us. Okay, really good turn for us. I think we just have to start betting at this point. Okay, calls. Okay, he calls. I don't know enough about this villain to be willing to check here. So I think we just have to value bet and hope he has a flush. Because if Matty Sweet says any flush, he's going to jam here. And we block the straight flush draw. So we have the absolute nuts. Degeterianko. Oh, okay, good calls. It's probably contemplating between shoving or not. Yeah, it makes sense. Because I'll value bet like ace jack there. King jack. Mind you, ace jack's going to three bet pre most often or just like get out of the way. Two pair on the river. Value bet. Whenever you're like beating top pair and you don't block top like the top card, you want to be definitely sizing up to get value out of those out of the villains when they have top pair themselves. So anywho, yeah, we're up 150. I thought we'd actually be up higher than that, but that's okay. I feel like we would have been up higher than that. I guess yeah, we haven't like the last little while. We've kind of felt like we've just been sort of breaking even. But yeah, pretty good so far. Up three buy-ins, hopefully. Um, okay. King five. Yeah, I'm just gonna call the ace here for sure. Basically, like a decision to raise there is probably actually better. There's no reason to like check call. I think he has so much ace X, the way the hand that played, that we can like push him off vast majority of the time. And I think we're going to, uh, I don't even know what this would be, a four bet, I guess. Technically, that's considered a raise over Fun Mac. He's just gonna be like ISOing so wide against this like massive, massive wreck. Um, so we want to try to take advantage of that where we can. Does call. Queen 10 suited, we're gonna three bet. And I think we try half pot here. And hopefully he'll just get out of the way. Nice. Okay, we'll bump the 9-8 suited, fold the ace three off, and bump up the queen jack off. Appreciate you guys checking out the stream. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Feel free to check out Twitch as well. It's in our profiles link. It's been up and down today. Actually, it's like completely down right now. Um, definitely calling here versus the donk lead. Um, Okay, he goes big. Um, I think given how deep we are, I want to raise here. We want an opportunity to get all the money in. I does fold. It's unfortunate. But yeah, we want an opportunity to get the money in. So when he has like 7, 8, pocket 10, pocket nines, pocket sixes, 9, 10, diamond, like flush draws and stuff, we want to try to get more and more and more money into the pot in those spots. Okay. Well, it was a bit of a short stream this morning though, but almost 2 hours, so not terrible. But we are going to be ending it here shortly. Full 10-5. Oh, I didn't realize that wasn't on the full screen, but okay. Okay, full 10-5. Looks like they might have fixed Twitch because it's been running for 23 minutes now. Full Jack 7. And we're just going to see bet here with the Ace 10. Pretty dry board. We got lots of floats from 8x and King X and stuff as well. But he'll also, we're under the gun, so he'll end up just kind of getting out of the way a good portion of the time. Okay, so make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We are going to be ending the stream here in a couple minutes. I have to get going, unfortunately. Uh, now that things are kind of pick. Oh, never mind. Twitch was running, but it's just reset again. I'm gonna have like a million streams of like a million 5 minute streams over on Twitch. Good thing they just kind of like expire. And 3-bet King 9 suited. It's a really big bet from him. Out of the blind. Raise to 3x. Call call. Doesn't 3-bet pre. Flop goes check 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 check, which is standard. He bets turn. Kind of just believe him. Like he has, what does he have? Fours, deuces, fives, eights sometimes. And he has all the anything, any suited like ace of spades, king of spades, queen of spades, connectors. I never have a flush draw here though, which is kind of an issue because it makes it easy for him to try to bluff us. But it's like, does he do this with the ace of spades? Probably. It's a good overbet. Hmm. My gut says fold. Ace 3 would beat like, I don't know. I kind of just believe him this time. I think I'll let it go. Might be not good though. Okay. I think, yeah, I got a dip, so we're just gonna end the stream there. We get 3-bet. He calls our donk lead, blasts ace on the turn. I think we can just kind of fold here. Uh, so we'll let that one go. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching the stream. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Check out Twitch. Our Instagram's up and everything.